Namaste, everyone. Be very welcome to our Mahadev Tantra Yoga School. My name is Brahmananda. This is Katarina, and we are here to share this very precious knowledge about the Tantra Yoga that we've been practicing for some years.
And we are curious also if you want to leave a remark from where in the world you're looking. We would be very excited seeing where we internationally spread also with our teachings. So if you feel like sharing, would be very nice. You can also always leave a comment, and we try to read it as best as possible. We see, wow, UK, Dubai, Germany, very beautiful. So lovely to see so many people of you. US, so great, wonderful. We are here in Thailand, if you not already know. And we live here in an international yoga community. We're practicing yoga every day. It's the biggest part of our life. And we dedicated our life to yoga and spirituality. Also Switzerland, very nice. So from everywhere in the world, we have people practicing with us today. And yeah, we already mentioned we are yogis. We are practicing Hatha Yoga in a very traditional form. So, and we just want to give you briefly an explanation what Hatha Yoga really is and why yoga was brought in the world and the real meaning of yoga.
Yes, and here we have, for living in this Tantric yogic community, we have the opportunity to bring the yoga in a very daily life. So we are not only practitioners, and that's what we wanted to share with you. Now, what the yoga really means, how we can bring it to our life. And if we ask about what yoga is, everyone who is practitioner will know and will share, they will tell that yoga happens when we seize the movements of our mind, or it is the union, and this is the most common translation for the word yoga. But if I ask you, what practically, pragmatically, what it means, this union, how many people in the world will know exactly what yoga is? We will have the feeling, not even the feeling, because it is not a feeling, it is an experience. And this precious knowledge, this essence, it has been lost because the modern yoga usually was created to the Western mind, and some essence, some fundamentals, some principles were putting aside to adjust it to our mind. And it happened exactly in the time of the English colonization in India. And it was done for the Western's minds. And this precious knowledge, it was not to everyone. Then the same time that the modern yoga was very important because it was spread around the world, and people around the world had the opportunity to get in touch with it. At the same time, some essence was not there. And when we have the opportunity to get in touch with that, it will transform our yoga. And our goal with you, our purpose with you, it is exactly to bring this essence as a small pills, as a seed that can be inside of us and make it to grow, Our objective here is not to tell you how you should practice our yoga, what yoga is most important. No, but inspire you to be aligned to the yoga, because the yoga is not only to be in the mat and practicing for some hours in a day or 1 hour in a day, depending on your possibilities, but it's to bring to our life. The yoga is an experience. The yoga is a bridge between where we go over from our experience in this manifestation towards to the transcendence, to the really meaning what yoga is. And this union is a melting with God. And this has been putting aside. We will talk about some fundamentals and some principles in several sessions. These sessions tend to be short, just to have some conversation, 10, 15 minutes conversation. Then we will have another 45 minutes of practice to bring these principles to practice. We need to have not only the knowledge about the principles, not only to practice, to bring it to our practice, but it is important also the meaning of our motivation towards the yoga, the meaning of our intention. The intention is an impulse to the real practice, and we need to bring this to our daily life. According to our practice, how can we bring it to the daily life? How we can transform our reality around us. These are the topics that we will be talking to you during these sessions that will happen from now on. Do you want to share something, Dharma?
So just in general, if you have any questions, you can also post them here. If something is on your mind, you ever wanted to ask, what is maybe not so beautiful also to ask, we would like to have an insight also in that. And maybe we will also talk about today how we practice the Hatha Yoga, because it's maybe quite different to other forms of yoga, So what first is important for you, we always practice with eyes closed, which helps us to bring the mind, the awareness into a more interiorized state. So basically, with what are you practicing? You're practicing with yourself. And eyes closed help us to internalize. And maybe you also want to share how we are practicing.
So it's important to mention that it is our hatha, it's a kind of meditation. So usually we take longer in the posture than I had the experience in others' practice around the world. So some asanas can take some minutes. And when we are there, we are trying, as she mentioned, to interiorize our sense, to bring our awareness. We will tell you about the chakra that some postures, some asanas will activate. We will tell you about the energy, that will be motivated, because we will talk about that more specifically in the next time in the section. But we are trying to create a resonance with the macrocosmic energy, and our asanas are kind of antenna that create this resonance, tuning with our minds. Then we are very much there. We are able to embody this energy, that macrocosmic energy that the posture is invoking. So this is the practice that will be starting. This is the Hatha Yoga, how we practice the Hatha Yoga. It is very aligned to some Asian texts, and I hope you can enjoy. And with the practice, you will see that the yoga is happening inside of us. The yoga is not here outside. It's totally inside. And from here, we will change our reality. From here, we will transform our experience. From here, we will have this union. And it's very important that you cultivate this longing. From now on, every time that we are practicing together, your intention will be in this longing for this melting with the divine, supreme, absolute consciousness. Okay? And that will move not only the energy, but everything inside us towards this direction where the real yoga is. So I will now give it to Katarina. We will start the practicing. Next time we will talk about this principle of correspondence and resonance that will make it more easier to have this alignment, what we are talking about, okay? So let me give it to her. I come back.